Now I am going to deal with cooling towers. A cooling tower is an enclosed tower like structure through which atmospheric air circulates to cool large quantity of warm water by direct contact. A spray pond consists of piping and spray nozzle suspended over an outdoor open reservoir or pond. It can also cool large quantity of warm water. The cooling tower and spray pond used for refrigeration and air conditioning system. The, the principle of cooling tower and spray nozzle pond is similar to that of evaporative condenser. That is, the warm water is cooled by means of evaporation. Now, capacity of cooling tower. The capacity of cooling tower and spray pond depends upon the amount of the evaporation of water that take place. This depend on following factor. First, amount of water exposed to the air. Number 2, the length of the exposure time. Third, the velocity of the air passing through the water droplets. And fourth, the WBT, wet bulb temperature of the atmospheric air. The capacity of the cooling tower and spray pond increases as WBT of the air decreases. Now, type of cooling tower: natural drafting, mechanical drafting. In natural drafting, air circulates through the tower by natural convection, whereas in mechanical drafting cooling tower, the air is forced through the tower by means of fans. Atmospheric natural draft cooling tower. This it consists of box shaped structure with louvers. The louvers allows the air to pass through the tower but sends down towards inside, retain water in it, but slats down towards inside, retain water in it. The the framework of louvers are usually made of steel. The size of cooling tower depend upon the capacity of the unit. The natural draft cooling tower should be located in the open space or on the roof of the building where air can blow freely through them. The spray nozzle having a spray pattern is essential for good performance of the cooling tower. However, if the spray is too fine, too much water is blown away by the air is called drift, drift, drift. The drift increases water loss in the tower but does not affect the cooling action. Another type of natural draft cooling tower has deck type cooling tower. In this type of cooling tower, there are decked in place of louvers. Deck type cooling tower increases the rate of heat transfer by exposing a large amount of wetted surface to the air. Here you can see the cooling tower, that the bottom portion, that is water is stored over here and air enters through the louvers, it passes through, and that water from the bottom or maybe fresh water from the condenser it is coming from the condenser, it is being sprayed over there, air is passed through that, and that water is collected over here, and this cooled water is again sent back to the condenser of the refrigeration system. Then comes the mechanical draft cooling tower. Mechanical draft cooling tower. It is similar to natural draft cooling tower except that the fan are used to force the air through them. These towers may be used either propeller or centrifugal fan. Advantages: it is smaller in size than natural natural cooling towers of the same capacity because the large volume of the forced air is increases the capacity. Number 2, cooling capacity can be controlled by controlling the amount of the forced air. Number 3, it can be located inside the building as they do not depend upon atmospheric air. Then disadvantages: number 1, it requires additional power to operate. Number 2, maintenance cost is more. Number 3, the drafting system may be forced draft or induced draft. Induced draft or forced draft depend upon the type of the mechanical drafting system. Forced draft. The warm water from the condenser is sprayed through the nozzle from the top of the tower. The air is forced from the side of the bottom of the tower by propeller fan. The condenser warm water is cooled by means of evaporation. The effectiveness of the cooling tower may be improved by increasing the height of the tower or area of the water surface exposed to the air or velocity of the air. The velocity of 75 to 120 meter per minute is recommended with a flow of 90 to 120 meter cube per minute performance of refrigerating capacity. This is the cooling tower. This is the forced one. Next one comes induced draft cooling tower. Induced draft. The fan sucks the air through the tower. The fan sucks the air through the tower. The induced draft cooling tower are similar to forced draft cooling tower except that except that fan are located at the top instead of at the bottom and draws the air upwards through the tower. So this is the induced draft, this is the forced draft. Here, sorry, this is the forced draft, this is the induced draft. Air is being forced over here through the fan at the bottom, and water comes from the condenser. It is being sprayed over here. So air crosses the water and cooling takes place. In another type, that the air is being drawn with the help of induced fan, which is fitted at the top, and from the side air enters and water from the condenser is coming and it is being sprayed through the spray nozzle and it is being cooled. That's all. Thank you.